running back. Hello, that's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Hey, how it feel to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play on.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And Charles, the Ravens, they've done it again. Champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013, but had not won so much as a playoff game since then.
And remember, the franchise moved from Cleveland, but they started as a true fresh franchise. They didn't take the Browns with them. They became the Ravens. That was 1996. Won a Super Bowl over the Giants. Was that Super Bowl 35 in Tampa. They've won it twice overall, trying to win another one. And there's always a trademark when you think about the Ravens, right? The way they play defense, the way they run the football, how tough and hard-nosed they are as an organization, trying to do it one more time.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back as they look to bring another Super Bowl title home to a place aptly named Titletown.
And they're looking for their 5th win, which would tie them with the Cowboys and 49ers for 2nd all-time. They did last win it in 2011. That was Super Bowl 45. Aaron Rodgers leading them over the Pittsburgh Steelers. But when you talk about titles, and you mentioned Titletown, they've won 13 championships overall when you count all the NFL titles prior to the Super Bowl era as well. So this is a town that's used to winning, and they expect to win this one as well.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. He gets it to Cooks. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. On first down, Rodgers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Jackson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Kenny Clark never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26, 36, 36. Check.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he'll find Hall. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson on 1st down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. These two teams all tied after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
319. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Jan 300. Jan 300. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 58 to Mike. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Watch twist.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. There's Jackson on third and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Rodgers now to throw. And an alley to run. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, going with a tight end. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 16-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. With a never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
319. I got 26.
Again, it's Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Rodgers. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Jackson on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Jackson now to throw on third down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have the receivers on lockdown.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come up at an offset eye. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Here's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up third and goal.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on, 30. Bravo.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, it's Ingram. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The Ravens on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 15-yard line.
And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.